let's just repeat this last step with suggestions. Let's imagine Noah is a great match for Jane, and we create a match between them in the active introductions group. So from here, as soon as match is created, you can send, if you click the three dots, one-way introduction. First of all, with one-way introduction, you will introduce Noah to Jane. So we press send intro. You select to include the cover or not, and it should be actually included into introduction preset. Here, we will cover presets a little bit later. In my case, I have a member portal add-on called member introductions enabled. That's why I have this option to allow feedback or not. Then we go to the next step. It's just a normal email model box. You can apply a template if you have one. Here, I will just say in view intro and view intro here. So now Jane will get an email from your SmartMatchApp account with some text here, and she can click on this link and check an information about this guy. And you see, you can even hide the first name here and use client ID instead of the first name. It's a privacy concern, and these days, modern days technologies allows even to parse through a photo and find the person. But unfortunately, we can't do anything with this. So we hide first name, we keep some profile information, we hide all the contact details. And again, in my case, I have this button, are you interested? Let's assume she is interested in this production. She can add some feedback, and it's not mandatory for interested feedback, but it's mandatory for not interested. He's not my type. Like this. So now, if you will go back to the system, under introductions for Jane, we have this introduction sent to her. We have a feedback provided, not interested. So with this add-on, it saves tons of time to collect the feedback, because there is no need actually to follow up, to call, to check if the feedback was provided or not. We can set a sequence of automations on the backend to follow up with your clients and ask them to provide the feedback. And from here, you proceed with your matching process. If it's interested, you introduce then Jane to Noah. And if it's mutually interested, you have a good connection, and you'll be most definitely a date or a virtual meeting based on what you have in your workflow. But with that approach, you have to send two different introductions, one-way introduction and another one-way introduction. We have a tool here called mutual introduction, and with this one, you will just send an introduction of Jane to Noah, an introduction of Noah to Jane. It will be again one email. You are not sharing any contact details. Email addresses will be hidden, so we will just send two separate emails.
There is an option to CC both recipients, but just an additional option if you want to do it.
Yep. Or even an option to separate messages to both recipients, and then Jane will have one message, Noah will have another message. Then when we press send, it will look exactly the same. Here, Jane can click on this link, and again, let's say she's interested. We will go back. We will go to Noah. Email sent. new introduction, and he's also interested. So now with this approach, with mutual introduction, you have both parties' feedback within one essence called mutual introduction. And if you go to your mutual introduction, send, you see Jane is interested, Nolan is interested, it's a great connection, let's go on a date. Also, this information is visible on the main dashboard. You have all your one-way introductions here. You have all your mutual introductions here. And you can just search, run a search to see, let's say here, filter only but mutually interested introductions. And now you see, okay, the last one was on June 6th. Today, it's already mutually interested. Let's assign a date to them. So generally speaking, long story short, that's how introduction feature works. What we can do, in addition to this basic introduction layout, we can create your own layout. We can involve our development team. If you provide us with some styling template, we can apply the styling and make your introduction page looks unique and different from this particular one. So if somebody will be interested in this option, please let us know. And also, in addition to manually to send these introductions manually, what's done already in my system, I have an automation called send mutual info email. And how it works is pretty simple. As soon as I create a match in a group, in a match group active introductions, I have here a template of the text, selected preset, and so on. And as soon as I will go back to my Jane profile, go to the matching, and I will, let's just delete a match with Noah. Let's refresh our page again, and let's just use Adam as another example. What I have to do, I just have to create a match in an active introduction group, and everything else will happen automatically. So now if I will go here, we have a survey, and system will send an introduction automatically. So time saver, you set it up once, and then system will send this introduction every time you create a match.
I have one question, Mykola, just to make it clear for everyone, that the trigger that you have set, which is active introductions, can be customizable. First, the match groups are customizable, and what you're going to use for the trigger is also, we have plenty triggers, like triggers and actions. So, and Mykola is great in actually figuring out the whole workflows for you. So if you have an idea about automating matches and introductions, you should reach out to Mykola, and he will help out to build this workflow.
Because we already have a lot of clients with automated matching workflows. And once a selected period of time, SmartMatchApp just refreshes these suggestions, selects the best possible match on the top, creates this match, automatically sends a mutual introduction to both clients, and then follow-ups to collect the feedback. So no need to do anything manually. I know.
Can we automate even a date feedback? That's what interesting thing is. One thing that we can combine just high level here is once you have mutually interested singles, can you and how you can create a date within SmartMatch for them? Like maybe we can touch base on that. I know it's not really a topic.
So we have an option to create events for match participants in SmartMatchApp. So let's assume it's a mutually interested match. And system, by the way, almost forget about it. So this match now in the active introduction. What we can do with automations, as soon as it's a mutually interested match, we can automatically move it to a selected group. let's say, successful matches, and send a notification to the matchmaking team. Hey, you have a mutually interested match. It was moved to this group. Please pay attention. So that's an additional option. That's what we can do with this member introductions add-on and automations. And then next logical step, create an event. By the way, we have this beautiful availability tool available now for Ultimate subscription level. So you can ask your clients to provide their availability. And then when you will create an event in SmartMatchApp, system will double check if they both have mutually available slots. If they do, you just select the slot, you name it. So it's Jane plus Adam. You can create multiple event types in SmartMatchApp, but it should be most definitely a date. So now you have another permanent connection between them. In addition to a match and mutual introduction, you have an event created. So it's actually a date. And you can message your event participants as a part of the message. I will just use test and test here. I will send this message. And let's go to Adam's profile. Send emails. They will have an actual message. And date and time when this event is scheduled. If it will be somewhere in a real place, you can set a location. And also in my case, first names are not public in this account. That's why we have member and member. But it could be an Adam and Jane here. That's all about events. We can dive deeper into the events functionality. And then we can automate the feedback. So with events, that's what Peter actually. So we have a way, but again, it's a member events functionality. That's another add-on, additional add-on to the system. But what it can do actually, as soon as event is created, you can select autocomplete event period. So in my case, in 12 hours. This event will be completed in SmartMatchApp. You can attach here a date feedback survey, and you can select a template of the message. And then SmartMatchApp, it's an inbuilt automation, no need to set it up in the automation section. Then SmartMatchApp will send the survey to both date participants, and after we can follow up with automations to actually ask them to provide the feedback if it wasn't provided, because we can track a status of the survey if it was completed or not. If it's not, then we can send next day follow-up and send a few follow-ups to actually ask them to complete this date feedback.
Thank you, Mykola. It's amazing. It's kind of full workflow.
Right? So
it's cool.
That's it. What next? Next, I want to present a showcase feature, because I only know a few clients who are actually utilizing a showcase. Showcase, it's generally speaking, it's still an introduction, but this introduction can include a few clients, first of all, and it's a searchable introduction. So how it works, you can select a few clients in your system, add them to a specific list. Let's just use, I don't know, paid client. I think it will be good in my case. Then you can create a showcase, select a list here. So all clients who will have this tag pay client will be included into this showcase. Then you select which fields will be visible. But in addition to a normal introduction, you can select additional search criteria for a showcase. Let's just add a few additional here. Then you select if the photos are visible or not, say for videos and files. And then if you will send the showcase, so first of all, there are a few options, but let me just show you how it looks like. So showcase looks like this. And in this case, again, first name and last name are hidden. It's only an ID of the client. And we have a search here. So within a showcase, I can run a search. I can find all ladies who are from 30 to 40, press show. And do not take into consideration this, guys, because we've been setting up this testing profiles, and it could be gender female for all of them. So, but that's it. That's how it works, and it's interactive. The good thing is that it's actually interactive. It's not a fixed link like you have in introduction. If I will go and remove this list paid client from a few of my clients here, bulk edit, basic fields, and remove from list paid clients, they will disappear from this link. So now if I will update the showcase, they will not be there anymore. So how you can use it? You can just use it to share between you, like between matchmakers. Instead of sending a link with one client who's included there, you can just share your showcase list link and allow your colleagues from other agencies just to search your database, and if they will find somebody who's interested, they can reach out to you, give you an idea of this client, and then you can introduce them. Potentially, you can send it to your VIP clients to allow them to search the database without an access to the profile. And also, we allow to inbuild showcase into your websites. So it could be a marketing tool. You can show your database for potential clients before they even join your database. Generally speaking, that's it about showcase. What else? And presets. Yeah, definitely. We should cover introduction presets. How you control which fields will be visible when you send an introduction. So under the preset section, you can create your introduction preset, and you are not limited to have only one. So potentially one first introduction preset will include only client ID, then a follow-up introduction when it's a mutual interest and you want to share contact details. You can create another introduction preset here, call it extended introduction, let's say, and then send this introduction with contact details as soon as it's a mutually interested match. And through this preset, you just select which fields are visible. And it's pretty simple. If the field from your settings client's fields are matching is not here, it will not be visible in the introduction. If you edit this field here, then it will be visible in your intro. I think that's it, Pete. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I forgot about something. So
I think pretty much it. Maybe we could just tackle few details. Like one detail is when you select use in intro, I suppose that means it's going to be a default introduction preset. Right?
Yeah, and we take into consideration an order of the presets. So if I will move this one on the top, and it's using intro, and I also have another introduction preset here. So now if I will go to my matches and will try to send an introduction again, or mutual introduction, it will be on the top here in this drop down and will be pre-selected automatically when you send an introduction.
Okay, I want to also show one detail here that just kind of covers some small details. So if you go back to the introduction, sending introduction actually.
Oh, sending introduction.
Yeah. Okay, we have a raised hand from Macbeth. We're gonna actually unmute you in like 1 minute. So yes, so here if you click on other options, what are the other options? Let's cover that.
That's extremely simple. If you don't want to use a preset for some reason, or for this particular case, you do not want, let's say, to include occupation into this particular introduction, then you can just close occupation here, and it will not be included into this introduction you're going to send to Jane. So, and if you want to include an additional field, then you go here under the groups, first of all. Maybe you want to include a first name. You select sidebar group, you add a first name, and then first name will be added to this introduction. And that's it. And when you send introduction, in addition, if your clients have multiple photos, we allow you to select additional photos. If they have videos, like self-video introduction and something like this, you also can include videos. And even files. If you have some files under your client's profiles and you have maybe not a dating case, you need to, I don't know, to share a CV if you are matching jobs and candidates. So that's it. And the last option, I almost forgot about it. In addition to sending this introduction, if you have a premium, not premium, advanced now account, you can save an introduction in SmartMatchApp. So there is no need even to go here. Let's say you want to share Jane's introduction with somebody, but he's not a part of SmartMatchApp in your case. Then you go to Actions, Send Intro, and instead of going to the next step, you just press Save. This introduction will be saved on the backend, and then you can copy this intro link and send it to anybody. What else, by the way? You can select a lifetime of your introduction links. I don't think from a privacy perspective, it's great to have this link always available. So here you can just add a duration. And let's say in 7 days, this introduction link will expire and nobody will be able to check this introduction anymore. Now I think we are done with my presentation.
Yeah, let's jump to the Q&A Q&A session. We have one raised hand.
Okay.
So Macbeth, you can actually unmute yourself now and ask your question.
Hello, Peter. Hi, Mykola.
Hi.
I have 2 questions. One of them I think you already replied. So I understand that we can have 2 preset or more preset for intro, so which is very useful because every time I was changing the set. So here, preset, yeah. So here in the list I can add intro 1 or intro 2, for instance. Okay. And I always have them there.
They arrange in order. What is the most commonly used should be on the top, and then lower you will have other introduction presets.
Okay, this is very good. I never thought about that. Okay, very good. So there was one question was already answered. The second question, Mykola, if I have created the intro, but then I realized that there is an error. What I'm doing now, I'm just creating a new one, so it's time consuming. Can I edit the one I have just created and fix it? I don't think so, no?
If
I go there.
Yeah, you can edit fields here in the introduction, actually. So the intro is created, but if you click Edit Fields, you can add or remove fields to existing introduction. So no need to create a new one, actually. Okay. So just open this introduction, and go to Actions, and click Edit Fields.
And because we have 2 types of layout, one is like this, like yours, with kind of question, eye color and stuff. The other one is just wording, like a description. If I'm using the wording, I can still go into edit.
Yeah, on the backend, it's still just another field. Doesn't matter if it's open-ended question or select or multi-select.
I think it's gonna be good. Okay. I'm gonna test it.
yeah, please do.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, so Pete, do we have any other raised hands, or we can go?
For now, we don't have any raised hands, but let's see. So let's ask anyone that's actually here. If you have any questions, you can. Okay, we actually have one. Yep. Yeah, you can go. We have Corey, and we have. Well, I don't know. I just see some initials, SNH. So let's go with SNH. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, this is Shazad with the Smart Services. Yeah. Yep. I think my question is on the showcase that you have in there. So generally, we don't want to show the names into that one. And once we look at the showcase, it just says like client in there underneath that picture. Generally, we don't even want to show a picture either.
Hai il tempo di tornare, va in bici? Non c'hai tempo, sai? Ah, sì, siete.
Oh, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the question is, can we replace that just simple client which is listed under the picture stuff with our profile number that we have?
Oh, you can, like, that's what I did here, actually. I do not have any names. I only have IDs.
No, I think you have this client ID, which is your built-in on your side, but we have our own profile numbers. Can we replace with that field?
I don't. Let me think about it. Do you have this client ID in SmartMatchApp?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere there. I never used it, but I think we have created.
So you can create a field called client ID in SmartMatchApp. Okay. Then add these IDs to this field. Okay. Then it should be a part of the sidebar group in your case. And then it will be available to add. So if I will go back to my showcase settings to edit fields, if it will be a part of your general this sidebar group, then it will be also visible under general fields. So instead of client ID, you can go to general, to the sidebar group, select, so remove cover here, but it will be a field ID. So we just add this ID and then it should be visible there. I didn't test it yet, so please give it a try. And if it's gonna work good, if not, just email me and we will check it together.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. And what about the picture itself? Like, can we replace that picture, because we don't want to show picture, right? And replace with some other type of image? Because just a blank picture doesn't look like on the website with a showcase.
It just mirrors what you have in SmartMatchApp. Maybe, just maybe, we can ask the dev team about the styling. Maybe it's possible to hide these pictures or replace them with your logo or something like this.
Correct.
So,
yeah.
So some styling.
Like that, right?
Yeah. We have an ability to stylize the showcase. So maybe with style it's possible, but it's not a question to me. We should ask the development.
Okay, so you want me to like send
just
some
email me. Yeah, just email me, and I will double check with it.
Okay, thank you. Right.
My pleasure.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's it. Thanks.
Great.
Okay, we have a question from Corey. Corey, you can unmute yourself.
Morning, guys. Quick question, and it's actually going back to last week when you had you were showing us how you could input the number of matches so we could keep better track of it. Where was that? Getting into that actual page to set it up.
Yep. So you open a client profile, Corey. You go to matching, schedule, and here you can create a new schedule.
Okay, so that's what keeps track of the.
Yeah, you see, I have this schedules. Only one is active, and for this active schedule, I have 3 completed matches, still 1 match to do, and 4 matches scheduled in total.
Okay, so we go to the profile, matching, and then schedule. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So let's see if we have anyone else. Feel free, guys, to ask any questions.
I will jump to our questions here. Need simple one-pager showing relationship between fields, for presets, visible fields. It's generally speaking, it's an overall system overview. You know what? I would recommend in this case to go to your SmartMatchApp account, not to the showcase, definitely. Click on this question mark and watch this video guide. Here we have 30 minutes video that covers overall system functionality, how it works, what it does. And from here, then in a help section, you can go to a different article that covers your particular question. So that's my recommendation. And we have a good help section. You can find a huge amount of training videos, articles, and so on here. So that's the best place to start. SMS, SMS texting. SmartMatchApp allows you to send text messages, but we do not provide not the backend. SmartMatchApp has no functionality to send your text messages. We only provide a bridge between a text platform called Twilio and SmartMatchApp. You can create your Twilio account, twilio.com. Then you can go to your SmartMatchApp system, go to add-ons, Twilio, activate it, add your Twilio phone number, account, SID, and a token here. And then in addition to emails, you can send text messages through SmartMatchApp, and they also will be saved under communication section, both sent and incoming will be here. Email signatures, any way to put the social media icons in there with the hyperlinks to our accounts. You know, I am not a professional here, unfortunately. If it's really critical and whoever asks this question, it needs to be done, just shoot an email to me or Peter, explain what you want to do, and we will double check with the development team. Because I know a lot about the system and functionality, but
there is a way. So I know already there is a way to add an email signature like this even with the buttons. It's just there is a way. If this person that asked this question is on the call, reach out to us so we can help out.
Cool.
It's me. I'll do it. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Different types of businesses. I have several parts of my businesses that do very different things. How to operate them. Like
this is relations and types, I think. Right?
I think more about types, but types are already here. So it could be a different type, but in addition just to a type, each of these types, then in your settings, you can go, let's go to my fields. I have two types here in this account, premium and basic. And from here, I can select, let's say, group basic information. I want this group to be visible only to my premium clients. If I will do it, it will not be visible under the profile of a basic client. About me, it could be vice versa, and I already have basic here. And same approach with matching. So match preferences for your, let's say, I don't know, you have investors and startups and also a dating business under the same umbrella. Why not? So then you can also differentiate which matching criteria will be visible to both types. And from here, it depends on the business model, like, because I know how matching works, but what these other businesses are, I don't know, and I can't answer this question so easily. So just again, let us know your ideas.
Yeah, it's Corey again. It's my question as well. So I'll send you guys an email and then maybe
explain what you want to, Corey, and I will do my best to help you.
And by the way, the entity part, it's like if you have like a company, you can use the entity. So if you don't have first name or last name or middle name,
No, Pete, it's not about entity name. That's more about what these entities how these entities can be different from each other's. Actually,
okay.
So yeah, Corey, let's
schedule a call. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
It will be an interesting challenge, so please do it. Just getting started, so I'm attempting to see what's it's like, and that's it. Actually, that's actually it. Again, we've been expecting more questions.
Yep.
But
well, it depends from week to week.
Yeah.
You know, availability. So, I think I'll do one experiment for the upcoming weeks. Maybe not the next one, but I will actually just have some sort of survey to all clients, to all of our clients that joined these webinars and registered, and ask them what they would love for us to cover. If we should just have a 60-minute interactive Q&A sessions every week or something similar, or workshop, and just go through different workflows, interesting workflows. So it could be a different how can I say,
and
approach.
maybe maybe it's a good idea also to ask, is weekly is good, or maybe bi-weekly will be easier, because everybody's busy and it's in the middle of the working day for the main part of our clients. So again, just in case, I don't mind doing it weekly, but if bi-weekly will be better and will be easier to organize your time and find some time slots to join us, just let us know.
Yep. Agreed. Okay, so let's allow last chance to ask any questions, and then we're going to wrap up. Do we have anyone with any question?
I don't think so.
Yep, seems like that's it. Okay.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yep.
Guys, let's wrap up. This recording will be available to all of you and for everybody who didn't join us. So, and again, let us know if you have some questions, ideas, how to use SmartMatchApp, how to automate something, or whatsoever. We are always open for the conversation.
Yep, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. And
bye.
Let's wrap up. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.